If you've lost significant weight on GLP-1 medications, I want to say congratulations. These medications are nothing short of amazing in terms of overall weight loss. But one thing I keep hearing from my patients when I talk to them about how they feel after losing all this weight is their body shape, they say, has changed, that they feel a little softer. The number went down on the scale, but where they lost and what type of tissue that they lost, which is primarily muscle, they don't like. And the truth is, that's not ideal for overall metabolic health and metabolic equity, which is what we're all about here at Beyond GLP. How do we lose weight to be healthy? How do we optimize our metabolism and have all the health benefits that are related to losing weight? And we're going to talk about that today in this video. Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Gabriel. I'm a board certified physician and metabolic expert. And by the end of this 10-minute video, I really want to share with you why this happens on GLP-1s, meaning why do we preferentially lose muscle over fat, what we can do about it, which is changing our diet, eating protein, and really the specific amount you need to eat to preserve that muscle. And the third thing is what type of exercise you need to do and how much of it you need to do and what the science really shows. So let's start with the first part, which is why. Why does this happen? When we're on GLP-1 medications, they have multiple health benefits in our body. But one of those benefits that causes the weight loss is it causes us to feel full. And when we feel full, we don't eat as much. And when we don't eat as much, we're just not putting as much food in our mouth. And when we're not putting as much food in our mouth, it's important what the food is that we're eating when we are eating. And what the science has found is that people really drop their overall protein intake. And if you don't give your body a signal to maintain muscle, which comes from protein, we preferentially lose fat. And that's why my patients have told me that my body doesn't look and feel the same. And if you've been on GLP-1s, again, congratulations for the weight loss. But let's talk about whether you're on GLP-1s right now, are thinking about going on GLP-1s, or have recently been on GLP-1s and you're trying to change your body composition back to the way it was with more tone, because I know, one, people like it better aesthetically. I certainly do, but it's also much healthier to have more muscle on our body. So let's get to that first thing, the amount of protein we need to eat. And I want to get specific here because the science is specific. And the amount is 1.6 grams per kilo per day. And that number gets confusing, I know. So let's talk about what it is. Here's what it is. It is about one palm-sized amount of chicken, fish, or Greek yogurt during the day, and one protein smoothie, shake, powder. If you get that in, it is roughly the right amount. And the science actually shows you don't need to go far beyond this. And I'm not saying you can't, it's just that you have to get to that minimum threshold. And the reason why is that minimum threshold is a signal for our body to maintain muscle. In the studies, it shows that you have about an 89% maintenance of muscle while people were on GLP-1s if they can get to that 1.6 grams per kilo per day. It works out to be about 112 grams of protein per day. And it is shown to be better dividing it up between your meals in the day. And when you do that, it gives your body a signal to maintain much more muscle relative to fat for the people who are on GLP-1 medications. So this is critical. A weighted protein diet while we're on GLP-1s. And I would say even while we're off GLP-1s, that is the ideal for metabolic health. If you want to check out some of my other videos on this, the links are down below. The second thing is the one thing you can't miss, the one exercise you can't miss. I won't give my patients GLP-1 medications anymore if they don't tell me that they're not do resistance training while they're on GLP-1. So what's resistance training? Resistance training is exercise that uses our muscles. And compound exercise, things that use multiple muscle groups at the same time. These are things like squats and deadlifts, especially I've talked about in some of my videos, using our big leg muscles. This type of training preserved almost all of the muscle mass and all of the weight that people lost on GLP-1s mostly came from fat loss while they were doing resistance training, especially if they were doing a relatively protein maintenance diet as well. And how much do you need to do? What does the science show? The science shows you need to get this in just 2 days a week, the resistance training. So if you can do resistance training for about 30 to 45 minutes, 2 days a week, not hours, not a gym membership, just 30 to 45 minutes, 2 days a week, you preferentially lost much more fat than muscle. And I want to be clear, you lost the same amount of weight. So from a scale standpoint, the number drop was the same, but where your body took the weight from was different. It took it from fat rather than muscle, which I know aesthetically is what everyone wants, but I'm going to say as a metabolic health expert and maintaining your metabolic equity, this is what you want. On top of this, the people who did resistance training maintained their metabolic rate, meaning how fast their metabolism worked, and the people who didn't do resistance training dropped their metabolic rate, which is critical in terms of when you go off these medications, which is the goal. And we talk about all about this here beyond GLP, whether we go on GLP-1 medications, we're thinking about GLP-1 medications, or we've been on GLP-1 medications, eating high protein diet and doing resistance training is critical for our metabolic health. It is the way we get to our optimum metabolism, which is obviously great for our overall health, aesthetics, energy, but also all of those diseases related to aging that we're trying to keep away and keep us as young as possible. So here's really the takeaway from this video that I want everybody to hear and get the message from. It is, if we're gonna be on GLP-1 medications, if you're on them now, if you were on them, if you're dieting, you need to eat protein every day with your meals. It's ideal to eat the protein first. The amount you want is about 1.6 grams per kilo body weight per day, which amounts to about a palm-sized piece of fish, meat, Greek yogurt, and one protein shake smoothie during the day. That should get you there. The second thing is resistance training 2 times a week, about 30 to 45 minutes. While we're dieting, it maintains our muscle mass while losing fat, which is what we want for metabolic health and our aesthetics, of course. If you like this topic, hit subscribe down below. I do 2 videos a week. Next week, we're gonna switch it up a bit and talk about why we have cravings and what the biology is behind them. The other thing is, here for Beyond GLP, we do a meta score, which looks at 6 different aspects of your health and metabolism. Related to today's video, it'll assess your protein intake, how you're doing with resistance training and maintaining muscle mass, give you a score with that, what you can do about it. It's free. The link is down below. It only takes about 10 minutes to do. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.